All right, then. So let's start. I'm going to read. Alexa, reduce volume. All right, that's good. All right, I'm going to read from my Substack. My Substack's called Call Me Shri. And it's sort of a new Substack which is about memoirs, experiences, and stuff like that. I want to write about them, get more personal with my thoughts. As you can see, that is the silent revolution. When I was writing this post, it's about this experience of from college days. My friends and I were staying outside the college campus. We had a house, we had a cook, we had TV, we had cars, bikes, lived in style outside. Those who stayed in hostels would come to our house to watch TV or hang out, things like that. This was during exam times, and cricket was going on. India, as you know, is big on cricket. There's a lot of people in our living room, a lot of our friends, and they were sitting on the floor, sitting on chairs, whatever. Right? Just all bunched up in that living room. While many of my friends were not able to study because of the fact that people are cheering and making noise and there's TV on. So, who do you think they turned to ask my friends to leave? Me. Told my friends, hey, you guys got to go. I'm switching off the TV. I don't mince words, and sometimes I don't know how that is taken and how people get hurt. So that is the backstory. I've intentionally tried to change how I respond to situations. It's not easy for me. I still struggle to keep my thoughts to myself every time I have a strong opinion about something. A no holds bar reaction feels like it's in my DNA, but I have to hold back. Why am I writing this article now? Why is silent revolution important for me now? Why now? So it all goes back to the movie that I watched. Movie's called Oleana. You should watch it. It's on YouTube, free to watch. Pretty good movie. I watch it almost every year, at least once. It's a 1994 adaptation of David Mamet's play, a three-part conversation between a student and a professor that escalates from doubt to debate to confrontation to and accusation. It's a beautiful movie. A lot of dialogue back and forth. Loved it. I watched it with my friend, and his whole reaction was classic. It's a hard-hitting movie when you really think about it, and I watch it once a year at least. Every time I have watched it, I have some sort of a reaction, and this time turned out to be this post called Silent Revolution. Watching it again made me think about my own internal struggle. My default stance when it comes to conflict has always been confront it. I've always valued open dialogue over siloed introspection, but it rarely works that way. Especially when unresolved issues pile up over the years. Our opinions and biases compound, and the moral ground we stand on is hardly the common ground anymore. And I want to read that last sentence again. Our opinions and biases compound over the years, and the moral ground we stand on is hardly the common ground. When I wrote this, and everything kind of culminated to that point, that sentence, because I mean anything today, right? Everybody's got their opinions and biases and thoughts and ideas and ideologies and affiliations and stuff. I have it, you have it, everybody has it. And what's happened over the years is when you have unresolved issues, it just you never are on the same ground. Your moral ground is not their moral ground. My moral ground is not your moral ground. It's very hard for people to interact anymore, especially in this polarized world, that we are not at the same level and we can hear each other. You're up there and I'm down here. The moral ground we stand on is hardly the common ground anymore. My biggest takeaway from Oleana, the movie, is that the words that we use have power. How they're heard and the inferences made from those words, how people interpret them, can create perceptions very different from what was intended. Which makes me wonder, would I be better off keeping those words to myself? Are we all better off revolting in silence? That is the silent revolution. So that's the post. It's out there on my Substack called "Call Me Shri," and I wrote it on December 25th, on Christmas Day, apparently. So a few responses to it. One response to it, which is from Larry Bourne, my friend, another Substacker, and I hope you guys get to read it, and I hope it it resonates with you. So thank you for listening. This is the first time I'm doing it, so excuse the flaws. Check out my YouTube channel. It's called it doesn't have a name really. It's just Adraj off the record. It's on my profile. I talk to writers. I talk to people who write about core stuff, like whatever they're passionate about. But it's all about writers and writing. So please subscribe and follow and like and whatever you do there. That's it. Thank you. Bye. I'm gonna cut the feed right now. It takes a while for me to cut the feed. Still not. Still not cutting the feed. There you go.